Hi, I'm Linda Powers Leviton, and I want to talk to you a little bit about one of the questions that I get asked the most commonly by parents. There are several different kinds of ways to assess children and to understand what they know and what they're capable of doing. If you go to a psychologist who's going to do a full neuropsych evaluation, they're going to do lots of tests, and they're going to get lots of information from the teacher, from the school, from the parents, and also probably from the child. The kind of assessment that I do is a little different, and I wanted to explain the ones that I don't do as well as the ones that I do. The most common test that parents come to me for is an IQ test, and there are places that do IQ testing. The child has to be a certain age in order for it to be valid, and they frequently, if they have any hidden learning disabilities or if there's anything that is stopping them that day, if they have attention problems or if they're in a bad mood, there are a lot of reasons that they can underscore on an IQ test. I no longer provide that type of testing, but I can give you a referral if you want to a place that will. The second kind of testing is an achievement test, and an achievement test can be used to decide if a child is being given the type of work that will challenge them, or whether they need to have work that's advanced or work that's remediated to meet their needs in a way that will keep them interested. A lot of times children are diagnosed as having ADD or oppositional defiant disorder when in fact they're highly gifted and they're bored out of their gourd. So I will use an achievement test to understand what the child already knows. And the limitation of the achievement test is that they can't do better than they've been taught. So if they haven't been taught, how to do subtraction, they're not going to be able to do it on the test. But one of the things I look at is more than just what they're capable of doing, and I encourage them to guess, by the way, but also what the way they take tests and the way they think and the way they are using the different modalities that they need to learn. And this will often tell me if a child has a hidden learning disability, and then I can use the numbers and the discrepancies on the test results to explain to the school why they need to give them some accommodations, or they need to be particularly conscious of the reason that they're not doing well in a particular area, and that it really has nothing to do with their intelligence. The third type of assessment that I do is really my favorite type, and this is a type of assessment that's qualitative. So that means it looks at the qualities of a child. And from my perspective, knowing how much they know or what they're capable of knowing is only one aspect of their personality. They have quite a range of other things that affect how well they're going to function in the world and how well they deal with other people and frustration and whether they're going to be tenacious or not. And so the qualitative assessment is one where you fill out a lot of paperwork, and then I will come into your home, if it's practical, and meet with the child and play with them. The child is in charge of the entire hour or so that we're together, sometimes longer, and I ask them questions and get information about what their beliefs are and what their opinions are. They usually love this because I'm very respectful of who they are, and I don't practice ageism, so I never talk down to any of these kids. And I can then come to the parents and tell them a whole range of information about their learning style, their personality type, their whether they're introverts or extroverts and need to have some accommodations for that. And I can often explain areas of conflict between the parents and the child or between the siblings. And it allows me to have sort of a jump start into their emotional life, as well as creating a connection for me and the child. As soon as they meet me, they usually understand they can trust me because I tend to be very genuine and respectful. But more than that, once they've been able to tell me whatever they need to tell me and see my reaction to it and the information I give them, they then can move forward in a more trusting and open way if we do decide to do any ongoing therapy, or if I need to coach the parents in how to deal with things like anxiety or depression or oppositional behavior. And for me, having raised 3 gifted children of my own, half of the problem is being able to understand what is driving them and why they're doing what they're doing. They often don't know. They just know that they feel like an adult in a child's body, and they're frustrated because their hands don't work the way they want, or they're not able to produce what they know they should be able to. And as a consequence, their resulting behavior can be one that's very puzzling to everyone, especially to teachers. So I present possibilities for how you can understand what's going on for them and how you might want to deal with it. And I've had parents tell me I give them permission to be more patient and kind because it allows them to understand where their child's coming from and dealing with them in a way that goes directly to the source of their behavior as opposed to dealing just with the behavior. So I hope I get a chance to work with you, and I hope this helps you to better understand some of the things that might be puzzling you about your child's behavior and about the process of therapy. And I hope you have a wonderful day.